Things are getting good on Ravenport. We have already put together the main farm. The silo's actually back, but it's in a different place. We've got a beautiful home with a waterfall backdrop and even a puppy dog. And we've got a big field that you can see from space. So today is going to be some field work, but while we're doing field work on one field, we're going to be doing some work on a different one. Down here, we've got field 19. Now, this whole area right here is owned by us. However, I think we could probably manage if we go like straight up from here. I think there's a couple pathways in there. We could probably manage a few little areas right through here to expand this a little bit. Now, I would like to possibly do grass in this field. That way we could make some silage bales or something like that. Plus, having a grassy hill just kind of makes sense. If that was grass, that would be weird. Corn, that'd be great. So then, we are going to start up here, and we're going to grab one of our case tractors, because this is going to be having the seeder. You probably haven't seen any of the areas that we've got down here as far as what we've got where. There's still some stuff that we need to do. I mean, the ground doesn't look the best, if I'm completely honest. And there's some of this stuff. We got a little island there in the middle, but like this area down here, I like this building. I really do. It doesn't fit. It's pretty difficult to get in and out of, but it's cool. So we'll leave it at that. This cedar right here, it's 4-meter cedar. It's not too wild and crazy or bad, but it is small in comparison to what we normally use. So I'm not quite sure how in the world I'm going to deal with this, but we'll figure that out. We've done our oats, and that worked fine, and we did wheat for the first harvest. And so now we need to figure out what we're going to do with the second one. But I think we need to be a little bit more strategic with this one. You see, I think we need to do wheat. We will sell the straw and be done with that. But the wheat, I think we're going to start working on some production chains a little bit, and this will be the perfect opportunity to do so. Oh, and I just forgot I need to fertilize. Crap. I'm also just realizing what time it is. Oh man, we definitely picked the wrong time to be trying to do any of this fertilizing and stuff. We've got a modified convertible that I've got here. Figure this will work fine. We don't really need it for anything wild crazy. It's just fertilizing. Time to rock and roll. We've got our first set of fertilizer down. There you go. You can see a lot of this has been double fertilized already. So when we come through to do it again, it's not going to be too bad. Let's drop down, let's turn it on, and we are seeding wheat. Now, this is going to be an interesting field because this is a small little cedar. We're going fast, but it's a small little cedar, and it's going to take about 10 years or so to do this field. So the idea is that we can run around maybe 3 times, 4 times, then hire them up on a worker, and hopefully let the worker do it. That way I don't have to do it because we have other stuff to do today. So we've got, this much done. And I've decided to hire the worker down here for some stupid reason. I don't think this is going to work. I mean, look, it's 90 degrees off. There we go. Hey, you're straight on. I mean, not really. You just did that so bad. So bad. All right, well, we are obviously getting nowhere with this, but I've got an idea. It's pretty cool. Very unrealistic, but I like it. This is the Lizard MT Seed Spreader. 60-meter working width on this, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and I love that. And holds 40,000 liters of seed. I don't actually know where the edge of this is. But to be honest with you, this is a whole lot easier than the way I was doing it. So, yeah, you want unrealistic? Boy, do I have the mod for you. Oi! This ain't gonna take long, is it? Not even a little bit. You know what? Let's just keep going. Zoom. Yeah, 2 passes. I have nothing to say. Well, we're like 4 minutes into this, and that was supposed to take the entire episode. Yay! What I am going to do, make a couple things a little bit easier. I'm going to use my easy dev controls, delete objects input. Did that just turn itself off again? Bruh. There we go. All right, we're good. We're going to delete some of these trees because we are going to come up through here and, well, we're going to level this out. What is that? That is not a real thing. Let's see. That's close enough. This one will have to go. And a couple more. All right, here we go. We got the trees deleted and everything is ready to rock. So we are up here. We've got this pathway behind us. We're going to come all the way up to it minus this section right here. There's some like rock formations and stuff in here. I'm not messing with that. I don't feel like it. So we're just gonna move around it, and then we'll get up to about right here, and we'll smooth it all out again. This is kind of made, I think, to be like dirt bike trails, stuff like that, but I don't really do much of that. There's plenty of other guys that could do that. I just need this to be like a road. Yeah, so we're just gonna bring everything up, smooth it out, and make all of this good and turn it into a grass field. Best thing to do, I think, is probably to save the game before we do this, because it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. We should also move our dude out of the way because it's going to be really difficult. Get out of here, birds. This is not your farm. Not your farm. Yeah. All right, let's start over here. It's a little bit easier to manage this side. We're going to go into landscaping. We are going to go into shafting and we'll attempt to soften all this. Yeah. There's also this tree right here. We might get rid of that tree. Not right now. I kind of like it being there. It's a good like centerpiece, if you will. Yeah, I don't know. But what I will do is cut through here and get all of this done. Again, I will acknowledge there are way better ways to do this than the way that I do it. However, the way that I do it works every time. So we're just going to come around. Anything that's high, we're going to smooth it, bring it down a little bit, and try and level everything out. That way we've got a nice, even slope all the way up to the top. The main area here on the left side is basically done. I've got everything here the way that I wanted. There's still some smoothing that's being allowed, but I don't really think we need more of it. Now, what's going to be difficult is the top part. Look at this. Over here, we've got like massive, like bulbous hills all the way through. Of course, we've got this riding pathway through here. We're going to be following the pathway along, plus all the way to here, and then it kind of banks and corners and that kind of thing. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this. We're going to come all the way up to this as close as I can, because, of course, that's going to be the best way to get a field out of it. But yeah, it's going to be difficult. Did I miss a tree? Sure did. All right, well, there we go. That was easy. Let's go ahead and hit these down here as well. I don't know if I'm going to smooth this whole thing out, but you know what? I may as well, right? The whole thing's going to be smoothed out. Ba-boom. Boom, done. I think we should start the exact same way we started on the other side. We're going to go with a soften tool. Not too large, but large enough. And we're going to start through here, just kind of bringing some of these high points down. Check it out. It is smooth, even all the way up to the pathway. This little spot doesn't count, but the rest of this is looking very good. I did decide to go ahead and cut down the hill that was on the other side of the pathway. So when we come all the way up here, it's just a smaller pathway. A little bit angled to the left. Yeah, a little bit angled to the left, but the rest of it looking good. And then we still have this little island up here, which has got some trees and some rocks in it. And we could decorate that a little bit more later on. But now we get to plow this. Try and stay even between the two tractors, so we'll drive this one instead. Actually, how many's that got? 1.8? Ooh, this has only got 1.4 hours on it, man. Nice! Got our big old plow up here again. We really need to upgrade some of these tractors. Maybe, I mean, engine would be fine. The weight's really not that much of an issue, but yeah, it needs some kind of help, right? Let's drop it down. We'll cut on the create fields, and we'll take it for a nice little spin around yet again. Gonna take me a little bit of time because it doesn't go over that fast. Well, this is interesting. We got a lot of stuff down here on the ground that's allowing me to plow under it, but there will also be grass on top of it. Interesting. I think you could paint and get rid of that, but I don't know. It's kind of cool. I think I may leave it. And I'm gonna extend out this field just a little bit, not too crazily much, but some. So I've hired a bump on a worker because we're beside the field that's already here. So this should allow us to have a nice little straight edge down here on the end. Little bit too close to my office. Perfect. There we go. All right. Field number 19 is now done. So what we need to do is put this away, and we'll come up there. I still have some of those spots that are a little bit weird, though. But I've got a funny feeling that if I ever use a direct drill on those, everything will be back to normal and look just fine. But if we don't have a direct drill today, we've just got a spreading thing. So I have no idea what's going to happen with this stuff. I tried painting over, it didn't work. So I do know that using a direct drill usually gets rid of stuff like this. I could care less. But, you know, I mean, it looks cool. It's a little bit different, right? I don't know, it just kind of looks like something's growing in your yard that shouldn't. Now it is time to please let me in. There we go. We need to find where grass is. There we go. Got it. And we just got to put grass down. 38,000 liters. So stupid. All right, let's see. Let's back it up all the way. It is a 60-meter swath. And I don't even know how far out I can get here. I'm not even going to try. It hit it. That's great. That's awesome. This is oh, hey, there we go. All right, so seed going down, direct drill doesn't have to be the thing to get rid of it. Anything can. 2 years later, and I'm still learning new things about Farming Simulator. I just never get involved with stuff like that on the side of fields often enough for it to matter, if I'm honest. All right, well, that was fun and easy. Seeding just got a whole lot better. And, yeah. Can I hire a worker on this? There's no way. Hire a AI worker. Get out of here. That's awesome. Now that we got the seed down, all we got to do is fertilize this field, fertilize the other field, and then I think from there we'll be done at least with this. But we also need to come up with a game plan for making money over the winter. It's so difficult trying to fertilize a field like this when only half of it's done and some of the other half is done, but then you load in and you realize you're like, oh, okay, so it's all done. It's just, it's so weird and confusing. Spin around right here and then do it again. Trying to hit the pause menu while you're doing all this. Is it doable? Can you do it like this? Yeah. Oop, don't go that way. Go this way. No! There we go. I can see. And bam! We are done. And this is why I've got these little areas right here. I can easily just boop, pull off, and go where I need to go. Awesome. Now, it is almost winter time, so we need to go and put some of this equipment away for the winter. It is November now, and my guess is we're probably going to see some snow before too long. So we'll get that put away. We'll close that up, and here we go. I think this is the only other thing that's out. One door I'll be leaving open is this one, because when I open that door, oh, it let me out. That is so weird. All right, so I'm going to hit the F5 button real quick. You could see the collision goes down there. Huh, that's so weird, because before, when I had the door open, it wouldn't let me go in. But now it lets me. Cool. All right, well, shut that. All right, so there's one more thing that we're going to take a look at to change things up a little bit for our winter wonderland. Because over the winter, we don't have crops to sell. We don't have anything to do. There is a farm that's right over the ridge up here, and it's currently an animal farm, but it's flattened out, which is really nice. Also, this area right here, just perfect for chopping up and turning that into another big old field. But nonetheless, let's take a left here. We'll head up to the animal farm. The pricing for the land is not too bad. However, we could sell these animal pens and put down things like greenhouses or solar panels, things like that. We could have kind of a, I don't know, renewable's not the answer or the word, but we could do something with this. So it's this area right here is what we're talking about. 77,000. There's a pathway that goes back here. And by that, I mean there's not. The pathway doesn't exist. And the buildings themselves, let's see, 40, 118, 63. So we could technically sell those and then use the flat area here to kind of do our thing. Also, there is a pathway here. That pathway used to not be there. Hang on a minute. When did that pathway show up? That path wasn't there when I did my review. All right, well, now on that bombshell, I guess we can go ahead and buy this area, and hopefully we don't make anybody too mad by not using animals, but yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. We don't need those. All right, so we spent 77,000, but we made a whole lot more. Like 100, 218, 220,000. So here's the layout. It kind of looks like a haircut almost on a guy. You've got parts that are kind of curved off, like the back of the head, or you've got a place that's like squared off, like the front, right above your eyebrows. Yeah, haircut was a bad analogy, but you get it. Now, unfortunately, I have no idea how much we're gonna make off of some of these, but I do know, like, this one being kind of turned around like this is pretty good. So we could put like this over here, maybe? If I got that on free build? I do have that on free build. Awesome. We put that like right here. We're never going to have the pallets behind it. All those are always going to spawn or sell, something like that. So I guess we could put it like right here and be okay. Yeah, what, bam, got them. All right, and then we could utilize like the large greenhouse, which is the other one, I guess. I don't know. Put that down right there. There we go. So now we've got one greenhouse of each. We could also come in and kind of build these up a little bit. Let's see. This is the area. This is the new one as well. So there's some kind of cool stuff in here. We got lemon, orange, pineapple, and regular apple. Not on the pine, on the tree. And then we have tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, and pumpkin. Now, we do need water for all of these. We need manure as well for the greenhouse fruits. So the manure we may end up just buying. How much is that? Oh, that's an upgrade. How much is it just to buy things? 1,000 liters for $32. That's not bad at all. So we could probably upgrade all of these, buy everything we need, drop off the water. We also need a water container. A little bit of water for you. A little bit of water over here for you as well. Oh, yeah. There we go. 25,000 liters of water in for each. I think. Water's full. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead. I've got a mod that lets me buy the inputs for productions, which is real nice. So there we go. We've got those. And then we need to set all of these to selling because I am not going to mess with dealing with this. I'm just going to let it sell on its own. And I guess we want all, right? I guess if we make all, then we get all the money. Yeah, that's how that works. Not a magnificent area, but it is a good place to start kind of expanding our farm overall. And boy, oh boy, we're going to have to, especially for everything that we've done so far. So there you go. That is it for November. And remember, winter's coming.